Tell you what, my iPad doesn't work without taking my gloves off. So it is cold this morning, and a shout out to Mr. Michael Edwards, who is apparently looking for a roofer. So one of the best roofers of all time sadly died over Christmas. So Steve, God bless you, son. Yeah. So the next best roofer, I think, in the northwest is Mr. Johnny Baker. So he actually lives just off St. Mary Street. So if you go down Park Ave, just look out for a big white van saying Johnny Baker, and his I think his number is on the side of the van. So shout out to Johnny Baker. Great job, mate. Working through COVID as well. So what broke my heart was Steve was a roofer, Stevie Gerrard, and so what happened was, I think he was on a job, and I'm not too sure how far he fell. He actually fell with a big bang on his head, and he recovered, but sadly didn't really make it, unfortunately. So shout out to you, my son. I think it's your funeral this week. Is it the 6th at the Creme in Widnes Creme. So the plan was to actually send my condolences. So this is the only way I can do it, via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So someone's going to catch up on it and go, "Whoa, Justin said hi." For those people who do follow and watch all the way through. So I'm struggling to get the paper out this morning. So I don't know if I brought two for the price of one. So I don't know what's happening here. Anarchy in the USA. Anarchy in the USA. Sounds like a song. Right, stuff that back in my bag. Sort it all out. So anarchy in the USA, people, and no head is blocking the actual date of the paper. So in Clearview, Thursday, December the 7th, I believe, without putting my glasses on. Yeah. So anarchy in the USA. And there's a football score at the back, so give me a minute. Oh. I like to say nothing when people are walking past. So there you go. Date on the top there, and then the old anarchy in the USA or US. So apparently, I think Donald Trump is something to do with it. So let you have a little taste of that. Anarchy in the USA. So apparently, my friend has got me a little gift. When I post his papers through this morning, apparently he's got a little gift. So I managed to catch up with him this morning on the actual park. So if you've not seen or heard the football score, here it comes. I'll shout out who actually was playing, and I think it's United and City. I don't want to sound rude, but people used to call it like Shitty City, because there was a guy who works for City. Used to be an organisation called City, and it used to sort out the plumbing. You know, the pumps that pump the water out of the actual fridges. So I always wind him up because he's a well, I couldn't wind him up really because I said, "Oh look, get that shirt off. It's Shitty City," because he's a Liverpool fan, you see. So I've had a few dealings with him where I used to wind him up. Go away now, stop winding. But you know what? Okay, touchy touchy, feely feely. So how's everybody getting on? So the actual pamphlet that I'll actually pamphlet sounds like an American pamphlet or a flyer. Call them flyers, don't they? Pamphlets. Oh, did you get your pamphlets? Save the top clock tower. Did you get? Don't forget your flyer. Back to the Future, and it's saying, whatever you do, don't go back to 2020. Avoid it like the plague. And then the first couple of months of 2021. So at the moment, it looks like very, very, very grim. That I might not be going to Wales this year. Llandudno on a train. 21 minutes past 6 I normally go, and I get to Llandudno about 8:45, and then I go to Wetherspoons. That's what the plan was last time I went, but unfortunately the actual the kitchen was closed. So I thought, right, sod it, I'll have a pint of Guinness. So normally I have a pint of Guinness and a breakfast. And people go, that's foul, that. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. This is what I say, don't knock it till you've tried it. So if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. It is cold this morning. It was not too bad now. It was cold this morning. I had extra gloves on. So apparently we have to sign in now with a PIN number. So I've been trying to explain to people that to be issued a PIN number on an iPad, you've got to, when you sign out and sign in, you've got to sign in, click on who you work for, so that's 2. Then you've got to find that and then press OK, so that's 3. Then you've got to type in your name. So by the time you've actually physically signed in and PIN numbered, you've actually touched the iPad with your bare hands, unless you've got some of these special gloves that I've got, which actually detect. It's like a rubber tops. But my iPad doesn't respond to this. So I was going to do my Jeffrey impression then. Oh, Jeffrey, bungle. So yeah. So on average, you're signing in and out with a PIN number. Listen to this. You're touching the iPad 24 times altogether, signing in and signing out. So a friend of mine, Steve, said what we'll have to do is re-register you, Justin, sign out, and then show these people how to do it correctly. So I thought, what's the crack? You're taking me away from my work for me to be filmed, filling in my personal details. So I thought, you know what? Let me film you. So by the time I got my iPad, came down, he'd already done it. So I thought, you know what? Don't need me. Don't need me. I mean, it's just a suggestion. So when I use the iPad at work, I use my gloves. So because you have to wash your hands, then use the iPad, and then wipe the iPad, and then so my my frustration is if you're going to be using your fingers to type in your name and address, your name, your surname, and then if you're dumb enough, you type in your telephone number as well. So isn't that like a conspiracy in itself? And they'd actually recommend that your date of birth is your password. Stuff like that. Yeah, so people are looking over your shoulder. So there's his telephone number. Oh, that's his PIN number. So when he walks away from the iPad, I can sign him out. And then my boss says that's disciplinary. Don't catch anybody signing it out. So there you go. That's my concern. Because we used to use a finger. I'm being rude now. But I'll show you my finger, and you give me my goddamn phone call. Matrix. So I've got it's supposed to be vanilla latte, but I can't really taste the vanilla in the latte. So I bumped into Mr. Daniel Davison this morning, out in the yard, and he's walking around with his flask, not as good as mine. Walking around with his black flask, and then I'm just looking over now. I saw somebody I recognise. Anyway, so he's walking around with his flask and says, "What's in there now? Is that coffee in a double double?" No. Cup of tea with milk. Possibly got sugar in it, Dan. That's right. And Morrison's tea bags. Yeah. But is it not tea? Not like Tetley, which is the taste, and then Yorkshire tea. Still trying to find out what the actual brand name for Yorkshire tea, because tea Tetley, it's the taste, and then PG. I'm not too sure. So we were having this discussion, weren't we, boys and girls, about the logo underneath the tea bags. So yeah. So like if I say every penny counts, every penny every penny counts. So here's a question: every penny counts. Is that Tesco or Asda? So like you got the Asda, but I just remembered what Asda is now. So something to discuss. So Life on the Bench. I'm not too sure what episode it is. I know it's season 10. And on the 16th of January, we celebrate season 11, which is 11 months since lockdown officially started. I officially start March the 16th, and it's the week I came back from Llandudno, or 2 weeks after I came back from Llandudno, and I came back, and there's three broken windows at where I work, and it's quite funny now because 2 got fixed, 1 is still broke. So if you work with me, you know which window is still broke and cardboard, not cardboard, but wood. So if you're actually sat near that window, there's a big, massive draft that comes through it. So I thought, why don't you just fix it? You've got all that money. I mean, spent thousands on a refit. Anyway, that's it. Life on the bench. Season 10. Got another 2 weeks, and then we're in season 11. So the COVID season continues on 16th of January, and 11 months, boys and girls. And the start of Life on the Bench started outside McDonald's, where I sat outside using their Wi-Fi, which was on at the time. So I'm not too sure what it is now. So I might actually have a revisit. I was supposed to have a revisit on the to celebrate the season 10, but apparently you can't go into McDonald's now without unless you've got a car or you get it delivered. Get it delivered outside. That's funny. Outside Mackey's. Put an order in at home, right, and then go to McDonald's and say, where will you be? Outside. Smart. Smarty pants. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Order online, rip round to McDonald's, sit outside, and it says, where do you want it delivered? Outside. McDonald's. Riverside Retail Park. Look out for a big look out for a guy with wellies on, high vis, a hoodie hat, and a mask. That's me. So the search for James Miller is still continuing, and we're not giving up hope. Apparently, they're saying they've swept the what's the name, the River Mersey, and there's no sign of him. So the latest information is he was living at his mum's since October, and then CCTV picked him up on the street where he lives, coming towards Carroll Street, which is round the corner up here, and then disappears from there. So as you say, search continues, and we're all hoping and praying that he'll turn up safe. The worst part of it is, I think his mum, God bless her, has given up hope, but his sister is continuing with the fight. So it's good to see the pictures all around the neighbourhood of James, and last seen what's the name now, Slater Street, 11 p.m. on the 22nd of December last year. So there's a few positive people who've actually thought, right, he's changed his name and he's gone somewhere. He's disappeared off the grid. So yeah. So that's it, boys and girls. Another Life on the Bench continues, and looking forward to another weekend, and hoping to walk to town today to actually see if there's any signs of life any takeaways that are still opening for takeaway only. And this lockdown, this third one, according to the government, this third one. But between you and me, this is lockdown 2. So I don't know where they got the third one from. Did we skip 2? Did we go straight to the sequel, which is the third? Anyway, stay safe, keep your hands to yourself, and see you guys in the morning. Same time, same channels. And, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. So the snowball is still there. So if you know where the snowball is, you know where my bench is. So there's a hint. If you find the snowball, and then opposite that, next door is the bench. But as you know where I am. I can see the golden. Is it the Golden City? I keep calling it the Golden Dragon. And then down the side it's Park Avenue. So yeah, Mike Edwards, you need to contact Mr. John Baker, or as the mates call him, Johnny Baker. Johnny Baker Roofing. I'm hoping to put the description down at the bottom. I don't think he's on Facebook, but everybody knows Johnny Baker. You mentioned Johnny Baker. He's always sat in town, and he's got his. He's dressed for the occasion, and half the time in the summer he's sat in town, and he's got his shorts on. He's soaking up the sun, if there is any sun. Sun, 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 here it comes. So I'm overdue a shave. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Now I need to take the gloves off to stop the recording. Unless I can do it now with my gloves on. Let me see. Bear with me. Stand by. Yeah, I've got to take the gloves off. Crazy. So I'm going to go home now, warm up my iPad because it's going to be cold. Because they say it doesn't work in certain temperatures. Because I'm recording,